Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going over how to do your commander purification. First of all, before you install your commander purification, you need to have this trophy right here. But Bionic Card 4, Commander Refinement Diamond cost are reduced by 80%. For example, let me just take this off. So if you go to our commanders, purification. So I locked in four slots. It's about 800 diamonds per roll. Now that is a lot. Keep in mind that is a lot. I have 160 right now. That's going to go down really fast. So once you get this trophy, you'll see the difference now. 160. That saves a lot of your diamonds, and you do need diamonds, especially for events like Titanium Exchange, and sometimes when they do their holiday events, that's when you start using diamonds. So always try to keep a healthy pack, like healthy amount of diamonds, pretty much. All right. So yeah, anyways, how you can get this trophy that reduces this trophy right here. How you can get it is pretty much you have to qualify in summit. So let me show you here where you get it right here. It's 1,007 points. And the issue with this is, right, if you just started and you're facing a lot of spenders in summit and you're not able to even reach top 16, pretty much what needs to happen is you need to qualify at least once. And then if you're having trouble again, you might need to wait for the next summit to qualify and get 1,400 points there. But yeah, if you're able to pass these two stages on your first summit, you can easily get 1,400 points. And the first thing you should be buying is this Commander Purification Trophy right here. That's very, very important. All right, so yeah, that's where you get your trophy for your Commander Purification. So first thing first, let's start with Summers, because it's pretty much what you should be using in PvP right now on the Serious Spender, and you have A7 Connor. So this is pretty much my small summoner commander for my Enlighten. So here I still have Ampu +1 on it, and I did manage to find Sif +1 ultimate on it, but it is better to find Sif +1 all skills for PvE. This is a PvP talent for her. Yeah, the thing is, right, how should you look for your stats and your hero selection? I personally like to find my main carry. So for example, for my small summoners, Ampu is your main carry, right? So I found +1 skills here, and I locked this one, and then I try to find summoner HP, summoner crit rate, summoner crit damage. So right here, this one. And then I found this one next, so I locked this one to max 1. And I did try to find summoner crit rate, but unfortunately I could not find it. So pretty much everything else is going to benefit summoner, or like attack-based stats. So I have mid-row, crit damage, attack, and also summoner attack. This would be even better if it was a summoner crit rate. But yeah, I decided to keep this for now. I like to play with my main carry and then focus on the stats. I just think that's a better way to do it instead of going for all your heroes and only having 1 or 2 stats on over here. And pretty much these roles are all RNG. So you're most likely not going to find a good role here if you go for their heroes first. Yeah, that's my small summoner Enlighten. This is my large summoner. Obviously, Dodgy is a carry for large summoners, right? And somehow I managed to find Alu +2, so that's really great. This is really good for her ultimate. It will help with more damage on your summons, but +1 is also good on her. But I decided to keep +2 because somehow I managed to find it. So yeah. Same thing as my small summoner. I want to find summoner crit damage, summoner crit rate, summoner attack, but I did not find it. So instead I got middle 12% crit damage, and then middle 6% attack, and middle 1000 EX attack. This one's kind of a base, but I can find a better one. I don't want to get rid of Alu +2 here, so that's why. Alright, coming to Aubeck. This is your tank commander. You will use it with your tanks. Alright, since I'm a spender, I do have A7 Connor, right? So main goal is to find +2 ultimate on Connor. So all his damage comes from ultimate pretty much. And Pandemonium is the next carry for tanks. So I managed to find him and I locked it here. And +1 skills is the best for PvE. And then come into the stats, you want to look for tank HP like this one right here. So I managed to find this, and then I locked it and I rolled until I found the 10%. And then here I decided to go for front HP 10% because that's where I'm going to be putting my main carries, right? So here I found front hero 10% HP. And then this one's also good, right? Middle hero 10% HP. For example, let's say just in any PvE situation, I want to have my 2 tanks in the middle, right? And I want to have my support in the back. Yeah, so Pandemonium, Bergman are getting 10% HP, while Honor and Candice are also getting 10% HP. So overall, it benefits all of my units, and plus, also have 10% tank HP here. So that's my tank commander. All right, coming to Karmota, this is your hunter commander. Free to play, most likely you might only have Smith build, and you might not even have Artemis 1 copy, Elema, any of the other hunters, Ryzeris, Rebecca, all the other SS hunters. So pretty much what I did is, since I do have a maxed A10 Artemis, I went for all skilled Artemis. That's the best for her. And somehow I managed to find Elena +2, ultimate Connor, or sorry, ultimate on Smith +1 from all my rolls. So here, same thing like my other commanders, I like to find that class's crit damage, that class's crit rate pretty much. Here I have 100 crit damage, and then I have 100 crit rate, and I have back row 12% because I will be putting Smith in the back, and also have back 7% crit. This is the only class I like to gear with crit damage crit rate gems. So this is the only class I have crit rate gems. Rest of the classes I pretty much run damage amplification, pretty much, as you can see here. So let me just show you my lineup here, just for example. So where am I? Okay, so yeah. Let's say this is PvE. I'm gonna put my Smith back here, and I'm gonna have my Artemis usually tank, and I can put Rebecca here because she's gonna teleport back here. So I can usually put Emma back here and keep Ryzeris mid row, because the main stamina dealer is going to be sometimes Emma, sometimes Artemis, but it's most 100% going to be Smith. It could be Emma after or Artemis next, depending on the situation on the PvE content. So you can see, right? These two are getting 12% and then 7% crit, along with 107% crit. This allows me to gear them with crit damage gloves, pretty much. All right, this set right here, crit damage gloves. As you can see, right? Alright, so that is Karmota, the Hunter Commander. The Community Graces, I have 2 Graces. So this is my original Grace. When I first started playing, this is what I used. Because Jaina was a carry for energy back then, I decided to keep it in case they ever awaken Jaina. So this is for her, pretty much. We have Jaina +2 for her ultimate, pretty much. Then I have none of the other energy heroes here. This is just for Jaina, pretty much. Then we got back, since I will be putting in the back. And then we got middle for the other energy heroes. Energy plus 8% crit rate, energy crit damage plus 12, and then back row 8%. So this also allows me to gear my energy and crit damage, pretty much. Then coming to my second race, since we got the new SP energy, I made a second commander just for her. I did manage to find ultimate +1 on Ravs, which is decent. Same thing like I did with my Grace, my other Grace. We're trying to find energy crit 7% crit rate, energy crit damage, followed by other DPS substats. We got back 12%, and then middle 12% crit damage. This is okay, but we're only going to place 1 energy hero on the front line anyway, so this is gonna waste. Yeah, I could not find anything better, pretty much. All right, so those are my 2 Graces. And then coming into Gabal, this is your assassin commander for your PvP. So here, since Coraxia maxed, I have her ultimate, all her damage comes from her ultimate. And I have Rose +2, and I have Aaron +2. Really good luck on finding these 2, actually. So I went and did Assassin +12% crit damage, and then followed by Assassin here crit rate. I did find some decent substats as well. Middle hero 7.5% attack, and front also 6.5 attack. This is the only one that's kind of useless, but yeah, there's nothing I can't really change it right now. Alright, coming to Hagradon, this is my Vanguard one. You want to run 1 Hagradon for your assassins in PvE as well. They benefit more from Gabal. You don't want to run your Gabal in PvE for assassins. Hagradon is way better because of this right here. For example, when they cast a displacement skill, all assassins have displacement skill. They get a shield, and the next skill inflicts 60% bonus damage. That's the main reason why you're going to put Hagradon with assassins as well. Gabal is just pretty much like this This is a PvP class effect right here. When 3 or more assassins are deployed, all ally units receive 30% less damage from range attacks. That is not going to help you that much in PvE. But it does help you in like maybe higher lands of Twilight, but this Hagradon is just way better just because of this Proton Shield right here. Alright, so coming in Hagradon for Vanguards, I have Max Heimdall, so I went for Max Heimdall +2 first. And it's really, really hard to find SPs on here. It takes a lot of rolls, so yeah. Make sure if you guys find it, if you have the SP, try to lock it first. Ares 8, since Ares 8-7 was a recent awakening of Vanguards, I went for it after. Somehow I managed to find Claire, so I just kept it because I needed one for PvP as well. This one I actually need to work on a little bit, and let me fix it. I don't only manage to find Vanguard 10% HP yet. This one actually needs a little bit of work, but it does have Vanguard 6% damage reduction. The rest are pretty much waste. This one is okay, but defense is not that great of a stat as well. Pretty much these 3 are waste. I do need to work on this in the future. I am waiting for like a better Vanguard to come so I can change this up. But yeah, this is what I run for now. Alright, so coming to Hagradon for Assassins. Now the problem with this Hagradon is you cannot find Phyrexia, Rose, Dominic, Samuel, all the meta assassins. They do have Bailey on here, but no one really uses him anymore. He might get awakened, that's when he's using, and there is Rickard here, but a lot of people don't really use him in PvE anymore. But A5 Rickard has his uses in PvE, especially Twilight, when he can execute enemies below 25% that are not elite. So yeah, this one doesn't lack the main assassin too much. But here, I did not go for any heroes at all. I went for all the stats here. So we got assassin crit damage, we got middle row crit rate, we got assassin 8% crit rate, then we got middle 12% crit damage, and then back 7.5. No heroes, I just went for all the stats, pretty much. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much a guide for commanders. A few final tips is, if you're having trouble finding, let's say for example, Connor, try to keep a healthy amount of your hourglasses. Don't like worn out, because the meta is going to keep changing, right? Let's say if the game survives for another year, maybe there's another tank SP that's better than Connor, and somehow we need to change this up, right? If you don't have enough that's free to play, it's going to get really hard. I don't spend on these hourglasses. I just have them from doing that since our March with my daily attempts. So yeah, make sure you guys don't go overboard on finding your units. Try to keep a healthy amount of diamonds and your gold and your purification, medal of honors, and your glorious hourglass pretty much. Just don't go ham on your rolls pretty much. Alright, so yeah, that's this video, guys. If you like my video about commander purification, please like, comment, subscribe. Bye bye, guys.